Hi, my name is Tim Eiler. I'd like to be the mayor of St. Bonifacius. As mayor of St. Bonnie, I'll be working to bring more business to St. Bonnie so that we have more revenue. Business is what drives tax base for the city. I'll also be concentrating more on the nuts and bolts of governing, including things like focusing on the city budget so we can keep taxes low, getting more tangible return for city non-mandatory investments, and working on increasing the transparency in city government. And lastly, I'll be working on finding ways to boost community. Let's face it, St. Bonnie needs more business to be able to bring in that revenue. Homes, residences are not the basis of keeping a city viable in the long run. If we don't have business, we don't provide the services we need to provide. Even though we're kind of full, we do need to find ways to bring in some more, and that's possible. St. Bonnie also needs more opportunities to feel the cohesiveness a small city like ours can bring. We are not a Minnetonka or an Eden Prairie or a Minneapolis with lots of neighborhoods and lots of people and spread out over a long distance. We're a mile square. We only have 2,300 residents. There's no reason we can't feel more like a small town, just like we always used to be. And finally, it's important the city run efficiently, like I talked about, and for the whole population. The ballpark's a great idea, but it doesn't really bring in much for us, and it's becoming a little bit of a problem with negotiations with Crown. If we're full, we have to find ways to keep the money tight, not spend where we don't need to, and when we do, we need to bring back something for that, and it needs to be covering as many people in the city as possible. My qualifications for this role as mayor: I have lots of negotiations experience. I'm a professional project manager. Half of what I do is probably negotiate contracts, negotiate timelines, negotiate all that sort of thing. And so as a member of the council, I feel like I can probably do a good job of negotiating for you. I have lots of leadership experience as well. I've been a director and manager in technology and business for the last 20 plus years. I served on the St. Bonnie Parks and Planning Commission since 2019. And before that, somewhat long before that, I worked with the Planning Commission and other citizens to be able to bring a park into the St. Bonnie Estates neighborhood. So I've got some long-term experience with the city as well. I'm also a board member on the St. Bonnie Historical Society. I think knowing your city is important. I think knowing what it was and how it has been and how it's grown and changed helps me govern better, helps me work better for you. I've founded and run my own small business successfully for about 10 years. And that helps me speak to the business people that I want to talk to so that I can bring in new business and work to make sure that we're bringing the right businesses in the right places to bring in the best revenue for the city. Lastly, I've run a large nonprofit. I served on the board of directors of this national nonprofit for about 10 years and then served as the national president for 4. So I know what it takes to run a council like this, to work with a group of people like this, to negotiate, to talk, to set compromise, all those sorts of things in an organization that isn't just mandatory directed by a mayor. In the end, I also have strong communication skills. I used to train astronauts for NASA, and if I can talk to those people, I can probably talk to just about anybody. They want what they want. I needed to be able to provide it to them and tell them what I was doing, and we did that. I've also again been a long-term project manager. I would say that 90% of that job is communications. Lastly, I'm one of you. Probably most importantly, I'm one of you. I've lived in St. Bonnie since 1997. That's 27 years. To some of you, that may not seem a long time, but to others, it's quite a bit. In the end, it's something it's not an upstart. I've been here. I've done this. I've worked with you. I've lived with you. I know what's important to the city. And last, I'm father of 2 grown daughters that I raised here, one of whom was a city council member recently. Knowing what the kids need in the town is an important thing, and I think I can bring that because I've been there. Last, I'm happy to talk to any citizen about whatever I've talked about here or anything else for that matter. You can usually find me at Mocha Monkey. I even came here from there, and I love to talk to people. So stop by, see me. And if you can't find me there and you want to talk, I'm on the Facebook St. Bonnie City Manners group. You can reach me that way. You can probably also reach me through the city office. They know me well. So together, let's invest to keep St. Bonnie a great place to live.